Alright, you guys, sorry for the background noise, but in typical fashion for Douglas County, Oregon, got a lot of logging crews, one working right over this direction and one working over in this opposite direction. But wanted to go ahead and talk to you guys about my experience with the Viking Forge El Mudo Tie 556 suppressor. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, you guys, this is going to be the best example I can offer for using the suppressor in a confined and enclosed space, such as in your vehicle, such as this, or within your home for home defense or any other similar type situations. All right, you guys, at this point, we're going to go ahead and do a flash test and go ahead and check out the Viking Forge 556 suppressor and see what kind of flash suppression it has or doesn't have. All right, guys, I'm going to try to shoot from the hip and hopefully not miss anything, and want to go ahead and go over my experience here with this Viking Forge Mudo Tie 556 suppressor. For suppression capabilities, I thought it did extremely well, primarily out in the open and everything. With all my limited experience when in the open, I thought it did pretty well at suppressing a very difficult round being the 556, especially being in a shorter barrel setup such as this 10-3. Blowback. I did notice some blowback, but this rifle is my gaseous rifle, and it was definitely not the gaseous one, but there was still some gas that I did notice while shooting this particular can. Let's see, mountability. This particular one has his proprietary mount. Oh, and she's on there pretty good by hand right now, so I won't be able to show you, which is kind of a pro and a con. It's his quick disconnect capability, which utilizes his muzzle brakes, which has a coarse thread to taper mounting system. So the cool fact on that is it'll be a little bit quicker to install and remove. The con in that would be it's kind of proprietary to his as far as the thread pitch. After he told me, I went ahead and looked it up, and I couldn't find anyone who would match it. So you're kind of stuck with just using his muzzle brakes. Do know with all his caliber ones, though, he also does have a direct thread option as well that you can go ahead and utilize. Looks, I can't forget that one. We got to talk about that. For me, I am sorry. Everything in life is about looks, and out of the many different silencers I put on this thing, this is by far the ugliest one. I think there is a case where this one would shine as far as looks, though, with its smaller diameter and everything. I think if you went the short barrel, long free float handguard, cool thing about this one is it'll recess into a lot of your basic standard handguards, and you wouldn't even need necessarily a suppressor specific one. Let's see what else. Doubling back on suppression. Inside the vehicle, fired off one round inside the vehicle, and I do wear plugs at all times, and even at that time I had the plugs in. It was like, nope, I'm putting on my earmuffs. I've only had, man, I think there's only been 2, maybe 3 silencers that I was just not comfortable with, and inside the vehicle I had to put the earmuffs on, and this is one of them. The biggest con for me, I am really only into hard use style cans or duty style cans, especially when it comes to 556. And even though this one is a hard use can, being full auto rated with 0 barrel restrictions, the problem lies for me in its flash capabilities. I don't know if you can even see that there, but To me, I haven't talked to him on this. It doesn't look like a flash mitigating end cap, and for him, he might have zero intentions to have any flash mitigation. It could be primarily suppression and serviceability, but it utterly failed, in my opinion, for flash suppression or signature reduction. Um, Part of that, though, taking consideration, it's a titanium can, and titanium is known for being sparky. And I've heard 3D printed ones, there's like a break-in where after 200 to 400 rounds, that's reduced and everything. Um, Also, with that flash, taking consideration, this is on a short barrel rifle, a little 10-3, so that also kind of has the increased ability to be flashier with certain suppressors. But I've had many other ones on this that flash nowhere near as bad as that one, except for one other one was really horrible. But this is possibly the OSS HXQD. That was my other worst experience with flash. I think this one beat it, though. I think currently right now this is the worst one I've ever used for flash. So know that if you're wanting a duty style one and ever concerned with a two-way range or shooting under nods of night vision, I wouldn't recommend this particular one. But I'm sure I might have missed something. Let's see. Sorry, I'm also referencing, looking at my notes down below. I kind of talked on user serviceability. This is a monocore style can. It's on too tight. Oh, it's loosened up while shooting. So with removal of the front cap, it actually controls the core. That is what you're dealing with right there. So it's user serviceable. So it's a 5.56 can, but all your rimfire rounds, anything 22 and below, could be shot through this. And the cool thing is you could actually service this thing and clean it and never have to worry about a service fee sending it back to someone else on a sealed can when that thing ever becomes completely filled with carbon fouling and stuff like that. Price. Price, in my opinion, is pretty reasonable for a 5.56 can and what this one is offering. Don't quote me on this. I should have wrote this down before coming out here. I want to say this one is $5.99, which is on the lower end of your 5.56 cans and everything. There are some other ones, though, in that same price range, which kind of makes it harder to choose this one for me as a duty style can preference. Just to rattle off a few, once again, this one coming in at $5.99. Rugged Razor, their 5.56 one is $625 currently. There's the YHM Fat Cat 5.56 at $600, same price as this one. And then also the YHM Turbo T3, which is actually cheaper at $550. I do know the Rugged Razor has a sold separately flash mitigating end cap. And let's see, the YHM Turbo T3, I do know on that one, it is hub compatible, industry standard hub compatible, where let's say, for example, if you don't like the YHM adapter, you can utilize other people. So you would have to make your decision on what this can offer you in comparison to those other ones whenever you do decide to make your decision. If you're local here where I'm at, this is a local guy. Viking Forge here is right here out of Roseburg, Oregon. So it's pretty cool that Roseburg is stamped right onto his silencer. So if you're a Roseburg native, that is a plus right there for collector status, and I don't know, however you want to look at it that way. But wanted to go ahead and offer up my opinion on this can. Hopefully I didn't miss anything as far as suppression is concerned. Overall, I think it did very well. I think if you were wanting it for a duty use type of can, I would look elsewhere. But I thought I would go ahead and offer up my opinion. You guys take care and have a good day. Bye.